He's a father, a brother and icon to those that know him. A man that has the gift of advice to those that respect what he says. A man that will not sugarcoat anything. You can agree or disagree, but he is just someone who gives out great advice. Let's Talk About It is the name of the show. Here is your host, the Icon.
Yes, y'all, we're gonna get started here in just a second. Let y'all groove with this for a little bit. Trying to get my thoughts and my shit together. Okay. How's everybody doing out there? Thank y'all for tuning in to the show. A little bit scattered today. Hopefully y'all can hear me okay. I want to welcome y'all to the show. I am the Icon. The show is called Let's Talk About It, where I get emails from loyal listeners or just people that just want advice. You know, I'm nobody special. I just like to give advice, or so some people say. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. How's everybody in the chat room doing? Everybody doing good? We good? All right. Yeah. So today, got an email from a listener who's kind of up in arms about his relationship with his girl, or kind of an odd one. I would have never thought I would hear some shit like this, but I guess it's the new year, it's a new age, and you never know what I'm going to come across. So, but I hope everybody's doing good out there. Hopefully your week has gone better. Hopefully your day's gone better. Hopefully everything is everything. So, I've had a great week. You know, work, and more work, and more work. Seems like all this work, and one day maybe this shit will pay off. I'm still trying to wait for that lottery win, as well as the rest of the world, but, you know, it is what it is, though. I don't know what I'd do if I did win the lottery. I'd probably go insane, probably go crazy, but it's all good. In any event, we have a show today called Not the Life I Wanted. And when I read this for the first time, I was like, damn, for real? But it's what it is. So it's all good. So without further ado, let's get into the show on Let's Talk About It. With I'm your host, the Icon. Anyways, as I said, it's titled Not the Life I Wanted. Icon, what's up? My name is Jordan. Last name not important, as well as it usually isn't, but hey, whatever. And you will soon know why, but bro, I'm kind of faced with some heat that's been bothering me, and I need your advice. Fair warning, I just started listening to your show. Well, better late than never, Some people tune in at the last minute, some people just don't tune in, they just want the advice. But in any event, Mr. Jordan, I appreciate the letter. No cap, bro, I feel like you can relate to some of the issues, but not all, and again, you will soon know why. So first of all, I live in Las Vegas, or some call Sin City, and I definitely see why. Yeah, it's definitely Sin City. So I'm not originally from here. I'm from North Carolina, a small town or farming town. I honestly came out here for a vacation and things I thought I went well until I met a young lady and decided to follow my heart with her. That's usually the way it happens. By the way, I'm 25 years old, so I want to come out here and just to see this side of the U.S. and wanted to have a career in production. So I kind of set up shop out here, but this is clearly not the kind of production I wanted to do. So this girl I met, Emily, was also a small town girl like me, but I'm a guy. Clearly, I understand that. And though she has been here a while longer than me, we've met on a sightseeing tour. She was actually the only person I've met since I've been here. But to be honest, some things are not what they seem. Bro, this chick is literally crashing into random people at one point, and I'm sure she was homeless because I always offered to drop her off with an Uber, but she was like, nah, I'm good. So I was like, whatever, it's cool. So we started to chill a lot. And it got good, but still puzzles me on what the hell she does, because she's always with me. But that's not the issue. The issue is that she knows I love doing production because of my equipment, which is nothing special, just some cameras, my laptop, and my stabilizer. So we went to shoot some capture scenes, and she was always there with me, and I thought to myself, damn, this chick is clingy. Not clingy, maybe she's just probably a small town guy that she's met in a long time, or whatever. But nevertheless, I kept rolling with it. You know what I mean? So here's where we started crashing out. We had sex. I decided to film it to see what it could be, what we could do differently. Shit's crazy, I know. Yeah, it is, because usually you don't film yourself having sex and be like, oh, what can I do differently? Okay, hold on, maybe I can get, okay. Okay, here we go. So, but we did, and it started out as fun, but then she wanted to have friends over and wanted to film and sometimes join in. Being the guy that thinks with his head, I indulge, and not, yes, his head, not his head on top of his. So Icon, tell me why this chick posted a video on a site that I don't want you to know about, because someone might know me and see me, and I'll keep that shit G14 classified. The site that she showed got a lot of views like she wanted to keep going because she said this could be her big break, and I was like, what the hell? Big break? Porn? I didn't sign up to produce porn. That's not me. Damn sure didn't what I want to start in this kind of shit. So we had an argument, and she was like, if you love me, you would let me do this because it's been hard for me since I've been in Vegas. So I tried, Icon. I know that this is every man's dream, but it's not me. I have dreams of being a writer and a producer, not this shit. But I caved, and we did it again. Of course she did. So we made about 10 videos. God damn, I can only barely get to one, but whatever. Okay, so we caved, and I made about 10 videos, and she used it for an audition that I didn't know about, and she got a part in this porn production that I didn't know about, and she got a part in a porn production that I quickly dipped out of. So needless to say that we were done, of course, because I can't share my girl with another man, especially since all this happens in Vegas. And just my luck, I run to the guy who's literally piping down my girl. Hell no. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So apparently it didn't work out the way she wanted to, because she called 4 weeks ago and said that she didn't like what she was doing because there was a lot that goes into producing porn and that the pay is not even worth it. Well, I can tell you, it damn sure ain't worth it what it was back in the day. But we'll get into that. She thought that she was going to come up big with that check, but was sadly mistaken. She wanted to meet up later or something, and we did, but Icon, I was very cautious about seeing her. I mean, it's only been 4 weeks, and I thought it wouldn't be that bad, so I met her, and damn, she had a lot to say. Let's start with the obvious. She first told me she wanted to come back, and I was like, why? Because we're not going back to filming porn. She told me that she thought she could handle porn because she thought it was going to be a quick paycheck. But for the 4 weeks she was there, she only made $2,500. Now, I don't know what the going rate for porn is these days, but that seems pretty low. And because she said she didn't want to do things, was asked to do like anal, gangbang, 3 guys and 1 girl, and everything else she could think of. She said that she said that guys that get piped down with her were just hideous. Yeah. Meaning that these guys weren't the best. They weren't the pick of the litter. So she said the guy that did the interview was fat and smell, but she had to do it to him because it was part of the interview, and that she didn't want facials or cream pies. So I was like, what the hell were you thinking? And I seen dude. He looked like he looks like he's the type that always likes to pay to play. The dude looks like a low Brandon Fraser in that movie The Well. Did you see that movie? No, I didn't see that movie The Well. I hear good things though. So I asked her, what did she do? She said mostly role play, shower, or cleaning. There was another girl that did everything else. Oh, and she didn't do oral. She was always asked for protection because one of the girls caught the clap. Wait, really? I'm sure you know what that is. I mean, yeah, who doesn't? It's an STD. Who doesn't know what the damn clap is? So I was disgusted and satisfied at the same time. But my question is, Icon, knowing what you know, I want your honest opinion, because I think she is sincere and that she wants a fresh start. I also asked her what she wanted to do differently if we got back together. She said start an OnlyFans, but she said she was just joking. She wanted to learn production and photography with me, so I said that's cool. So, yeah, that is okay, Mr. Jordan. Well, let's start with the obvious thing. I think, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know, because I think that your girl did porn, she tried porn, she didn't like it. So maybe it's a good sign. I don't know what porn pays these days. I honestly don't know. I know back in the day, porn was in high demand. It was, the porn at back in my day don't look like the shit it looks like now, because anybody can get into porn, like literally anybody. All you got to do is have a webcam, a bedroom, and a bed, and you set up, and that's basically it. But I don't know how much these people make. Now I know back in the day, porn producers porn stars made a lot of money because it was something different, and you didn't have like a lot of stuff that you have like now. Like you had, I'm not sure if anybody remembers that porn clip of 2 girls and 1 cup. That was some sick shit. That was sick, but I'm not gonna get into that. But in any event, you said your girl tried porn, she didn't like it. That's probably a good thing, maybe. I think. Clearly in this day and age, there's a lot that goes into porn. Back in my day, I think the highest we had was a chick that did like almost 1,000 guys. And back then we didn't have like digital mainstream porn on the computer. You had to actually go buy the video to watch it. Now you can like watch anybody do anything on porn and like just a click of a button or a swipe of a key or whatever. So I think that, and I'm going to give my honest opinion, I think that Miss Emily is very respectful of herself, and she's respectful of her body, and that she did not know what this would entail. Now, there is a video that I seen a while back. I don't know if it's real, but there was a young lady who wanted to do porn, and she went in for an interview. Now, first off, I mean, I guess this shit happens in the porn industry. You go in for an interview and you bang the guy that's interviewing you. That is a huge red flag. I mean, because like she said, most of these guys are they're fat, they're sloppy, they don't have anything going for themselves. It's just for them to get a quick lay. And then you got to sign this waiver saying that you won't sue me or anything like that. It's crazy, but it's weird. I mean, could you imagine? Hey, I got an interview today. Well, what's it for? Porn? Okay, get your interview. Okay, all right, take your pants off. Let's get this going. All right, so what do you like doing while he's piping you down? I don't get it. But whatever. In any event, she's very cautious, and I give Emily her props because there's a lot of stuff in porn that she didn't want to do. She didn't want to do the facial. She didn't want to do the cream pie. She didn't want to do the gangbang or stuff like that, because, and then you ask for a condom, which I didn't think they really do in porn, but I guess if you're the main star, the main attraction, you have some control over it. And even if you don't have control over it, then you don't have to do it. So, which kudos to you for saying that, hey, I'm not doing this shit because I'm not trying to catch what she got. And I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought that in the porn business that you have to get regularly tested for an STD. Now, I know that doesn't always work. And excuse me. Now, give me a second. And because back then you had to get tested, and I'm not sure if that goes the same way like now. And let's be honest, I watched a lot of porn in my day, and I watched porn bloopers, I watched the making of porn. But getting back to this one girl, I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump off subject here, but this one girl that she went in for the interview, and then immediately she didn't know how to do like anything. So basically she was just like, you can probably tell she was probably a small town girl who really clearly hasn't experienced what the world had to offer. I mean, she was fresh out, she was 18, and she thought that she was going to, like Miss Emily thought, was going to get a big check. Now, it was sad because during this whole interaction, this girl is like crying. I'm thinking like, how can this guy film this if she's crying? It clearly doesn't like she was enjoying it. And then at the end, he gave her a facial, which she said she didn't want. And then for those who don't know what a facial is when a guy like skeets all over your face or whatever. Encrypted audio communication. Hang on, let me turn my phone down. So a facial is when a guy like just skeets all over your face. Face is what it is. Now, when this was happening, the girl started crying and she was upset. And then, I mean, I felt bad for her. And I was like, why would you even show this? And I don't even think the video was even posted to a porn site per se. I think it's just one of those sites where they were just interviewing this girl, and she like felt, well, they didn't interview her, but the guy had posted it saying that this chick does not want to do porn. But I don't know. But here's the thing. Porn is like it just depends, really. I mean, I know there's a lot of college girls that do it, and I know that they try to do that to pay their bills, and some people do it because of, I mean, you got a body, you look good, so I think you can get away with it. But I just think it's just not, and I mean, maybe we've all had these thoughts, I mean, I know I did, my wife, I was like, girl, we should do porn. But it is really a lot that goes into porn. It's just not you often wonder how long the guy can last during porn. Well, let's be real clear. Nobody can last that damn long. I mean, unless I can be proven wrong, but going that long in porn is just ridiculous. So I took the liberty and I watched it, and I watched how porn was made and how it was produced. I mean, they take a lot of cuts in between because the guy is just, I mean, let's just say he's not a stallion. He's not like a freaking stud. So he's got to take a break. But when I seen this, I was like, oh my God, there's really a lot that goes into this. I mean, there's like a whole dialogue and a whole plot and everything. It's like, you're not just going in just to say, hey, come in and pipe me down. You got to work up the storyline and everything, whether it's a milk guy or you're just sitting on the couch, or the most common one is a maid, which is so far-fetched, so stupid. But hey, it is what it is. But when I seen the making of it, I was like, this is ridiculous. Man, it does take a lot of work to go into porn. I mean, it's just not like a shooting. I mean, it's not like right now where you can, okay, so now porn is like, it's basically a website that you can just go on and, people do whatever. Now, let's be honest. I've only met one guy that can get it up after 30 minutes. And that was a chick I used to work with, and her dude could go like for hours. And I was kind of hesitant about it. I didn't know, I didn't see it, but she told me he did. That's probably why she stayed with him. But in any event, not my tea. I don't really care. I don't give a damn. But real talk. So I think what we have here, Mr. Jordan, is Miss Emily is feeling some kind of regret. And I get it. We all have to kind of experience something to say that, not that we tried it, but if it's going to be a right fit for us. No pun intended. But if it's going to be a right fit for us. And in this case, it wasn't a right fit for Miss Emily. I mean, like I said, clearly she would get lined up with these guys. And, how is that? You go into work one day, you're like, okay, this is the guy that's going to be piping you down today. Really? This guy? I mean, there's not even no kind of... I guess I don't even know where you get these guys from. I mean, it's just crazy. But it's fun to do if you're together, like if you're a couple. Now, the part that you said that you guys filmed yourself because you wanted to see what you can do differently, I don't know what that's about. I've never heard that before. That's like, hold on, girl. Okay, yeah. All right, let me try this again. Oh, wait. Okay, maybe if I last long if I do this. Oh, no. But in any event, it's what it is. So let's point out some things in this here letter. So a female, depending on the female, stands to make a lot of money in porn, depending on what she's willing to do and how far she's willing to take it. Now, Miss Emily did not want to do anal, gangbang, 3 guys and 1 girl. I get it. Because I can't really see that. I really can't. I mean, listen. And you're probably thinking, like, well, Derek, you watch porn yourself. Well, yeah, I do. But I watch it just because of it's enjoying to watch. It's not something, I mean, sometimes you get bored and, you just, what's this about? What's that about? I mean, there's some weird stuff out there. It really is. So in any event, you made only $2,500, which is clearly not a lot. And the going rate for porn back in our day was probably a little bit like maybe double, if not triple that. But as time got older and as the internet blew up, then porn is like, it's phenomenal. I mean, anybody's doing porn these days. I mean, all you need is, like I said, a phone, really, and then you're up and running. I've been on a lot of these sites, and I've seen a lot of stuff that these people do. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But now the whole pay mechanism or the pay scale is done in tokens or coins or some other God-given thing. I mean, I get it. And like I said, and for some of these other countries, that's pretty much all they have, because they're beautiful women and, that's what they have. But I'm not sure what Mr. Jordan and Miss Emily were thinking about. But like I said, if you want to try something and you want to see if it's going to work, then you try it. Yeah, you might have got a lot of views on the hit on the video, but that doesn't necessarily mean to say you need to go do porn because you think it's the best thing ever. Now, I honestly don't get the whole model of throwing money at a site and, just going crazy with it. I don't get it. I mean, but it is what it is. Like I said, I think at best I might have spent maybe $50 to $60. I mean, I know some people who have a really, really, really bad deal with porn. I mean, and it can be addictive. But here's the thing that I tell people. It can control you if you let it. Now, there's a limit. It's okay to spend a few bucks here, a few bucks there, but if you start getting up into the hundreds, into the thousands, then clearly you have a problem, a seriously problem. Because to me, it's all fantasy. I can't physically touch you. I can't physically tell you that I love you. I can only type it to you and say that, hey, I love you. That's all I can do. But I can't touch you. You can tell me, baby, I love you, and this, that, and the other. But do you though? Come on now. It's a business. So of course you're going to make me feel good. So, but let me get back to this letter. Let's not worry about my problems. Let's get back to this letter. So I think that Miss Emily, I think she's very humble. I think that she learned maybe a lesson. And I think that she is just trying to find her place, because I don't know why everybody goes to Las Vegas to try to find themselves. There's plenty of other states that you can go to in the U.S. to find yourself. Now, I get it. Las Vegas is like the sin capital of the world, or maybe in the United States. I'm not really sure. I think the sex capital, I don't know. I think it's in Germany. I don't know. Anybody know? Anybody? I don't know. Any event, in Vegas, they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but prostitution is legal in Vegas now. And then of course there's a lot of headhunters, not literally, but figuratively speaking, a lot of headhunters that go out there looking for younger women or looking at younger girls and say, hey, you can have a career doing modeling. And it turns out the modeling you in a modeling shoot with a guy who's getting ready to pipe you down. Like, I thought I was going to be a model. Oh, you going to be a model. All right. Yeah. You going to be this model. Here, let's take this milk. And I want you to walk in there and say this line. That's the kind of model they talking about you doing. But hey, like I said, it's what it is. It's good. Like I said, if you never try something and you want to give it a try, maybe try to do that shit in private. I don't know. But I'm trying to figure out how long that you were out there well, you said you met Jordan and he's got this photo equipment, so maybe that was your big break. I mean, listen, Jordan, I think if you want to be a writer and do production, I think you should go do that. And if you're still with Miss Emily, I would say, I don't know. People in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you guys think he should take her back? I think he should take her back because of why? I think she's very cautious about who she was and what she was doing. I don't really see an issue with it, but I do understand where Jordan is coming from. You can't be out there in Vegas and, you were and you're out on the spot and then you see the guy that you was basically piping you down like, oh yeah, I know her from work. Really? What's your work? You know what my work is, damn it. You know what it is. But I get it, but I don't think she was being malicious when she was doing this. I think that she saw a quick paycheck and thought the come up was going to be good, but clearly the come up wasn't good. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, men don't have it as good as women do. The only way men have it is if you're hung like a horse or you're a mandingo. Real talk. And even with that in mind, I still can't fathom how a woman would want to have sex with that, but whatever. I mean, listen, I'm average. I'm good with that. God gave me this gift and I'm going to keep it the way it is. I'm not enhancing myself because I've seen some, porn out there where brothers just like hung like a horse. Like, damn, who does that? Jesus. I mean, it's got to not be good for the women. It can't be good for the women because that comes with a lot of long-term damage. I mean, let's say that you're in your 20s and you're getting piped down by this mandingo over time. Then over time, that's got to wear down on you. It really does. So, and when I do see people that's getting older and older and then they still want to do porn, then I don't know, because I just can't imagine laying on my back all damn day or, whatever. It's just not me. I don't get it. But in any event, I think that she did mostly role playing, shower or cleaning, and there was another girl that did everything else. So I'm clearly thinking that when you seen this other girl, that didn't entice you to say, hey, I want to do that. I think you were having a moment where you thought that, and I'm just curious if that girl that you seen, what was her paycheck like? Because let's be honest, again, porn is a dime a dozen industry. There are fresh talent, fresh girls every damn day. And there was this one I was looking at where this guy was doing an interview and he was saying, well, the girls were fighting because, and I was like, well, what were they fighting for? Because they wanted to go next, or who wanted to go next, or this, that, and the other. I didn't think a lot of this shit really happens. I mean, if you guys get a chance, maybe Google this stuff and see what it is, because it was like really freaking weird, like real talk weird. But in any event, the low budget Brandon Fraser thing took me out. I didn't see The Whale, but I know Brandon Fraser had to put on weight to do that role, but I can imagine what this girl's going through. But again, like I said, Mr. Jordan, I think that you should take this girl back. I think you guys should get off to a fresh start, and I also think you guys should get out of Vegas. Now, if not getting out of Vegas, maybe go to a neighboring city far away from Vegas, because here's the other thing with porn. If you do porn, it is out there forever. There's no getting it back. There's no deleting, trying to, it's not like the old days. Back in the old days, we had Polaroids, we had VHS cassette tapes. So that could be deleted and nobody would never know about it. So, excuse me. So you doing this is saying that it's going to be out there. So now I'm glad you didn't share it with me, because I wasn't going to share it with the audience anyways, because like I said, I like to, when you guys write me, I like to keep everything a little bit under wraps and kind of confidential, so you guys don't get bashed. Be like, oh, I heard you on the show and ha ha, it's you, yada, yada, yada. No, I don't do that, because I want to respect your privacy and I want to respect who you are as a person. And I don't really think it's bad that you guys tried this. I don't. I just think that, like I said, you're both young. You're 25. I'm not sure. He didn't say how old Miss Emily was, but clearly she's old enough. So, and I think what you guys had in the beginning was a good thing. And the good thing being that you guys had a relationship, you guys decided to try some things out and experiment some things. Do that. But your girl doesn't have to take the video, or she shouldn't have took the video and posted online, because again, that shit is forever. And when it's forever, it is forever. You better hope you don't get into politics or anything like that, because as we know, TikTok will ruin you. I mean, damn the media, damn the PI investigation, TikTok will ruin you. They will find you in less than 10 seconds. All they need is a name, and somebody's always quick drawing them graw. I mean, they're quick. So this letter is kind of different because, as I said before, when I read this letter, I was thinking to myself, this is weird. I've never had somebody write me and tell me that they were trying to do porn, but it didn't work out so well for them. But like I said, I commend you, Emily, for being a humble person in trying to do this. Now, I know it didn't work out for you, and I think that with you doing this experience, I think that's only going to push you to be something better, or do something better and something different. So before you give up, you should think of the reason why you hung on so long. So this is clearly saying that don't give up on your dreams just because you had this one minor incident. Now, I don't know if you guys have tried to delete the videos online. Maybe you have, maybe you hadn't. But again, doesn't matter if you delete it, because somebody already has it. And when somebody already has it, it's fair game. You know, when you put shit out there on the internet, that shit stays forever. Doesn't matter what it is, it's out there. Ooh, sorry, this weather sucks bad. Jesus. But and the thing is that maybe you should have did OnlyFans first, because that I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't know. People make a lot of money on OnlyFans, and it's mostly women. I mean, we've seen teachers and doctors and everybody else make money on OnlyFans. I'm like, really? How's that? I mean, a guy like me can't never do no shit like that. I don't even see how. or what I would start to do stuff like that. I mean, at best, you probably just see me walking around butt naked in my room. I don't think I can't do that because I got kids. I don't want my kids seeing this shit. I mean, they're like, and then they go to school like, man, I think I seen your dad. He's got an OnlyFans account. Like, no, my dad ain't got no OnlyFans account. No, he do. And he do. I don't think I could do that. But you guys aren't a couple that has kids, so that's probably a good thing. But for those of us that have kids and have these OnlyFans accounts, it's like, oh man, then you got your friends worrying about it. You know, like, oh man, you know, so-and-so mom, yeah, dude, she got the goods. I'll be in the bathroom all night long with her. Not literally with her, but you in the room in the bed. It's crazy, right? It is what it is. So in any event, it's crazy, but maybe you should have tried the OnlyFans. I mean, that's a little bit more subtle, a little bit more softer. And I'm not saying you're going to get back into there, but maybe there's a part of you that wants to see how this is going to play out. And I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't know, you know? God, I wish I had a listener that's coming to say something about this, but, but again, the mere fact that you have obstacles to overcome is always going to be in your favor. This is just it's just a stepping stone. It's not really a big hiccup because I don't even think you said where you're from, but he said he's from a small town in North Carolina. Well, if you're in a farming town, and you're predominantly in the country, well, they don't really see a lot of city life or any kind of life for that matter because they're in a farming town, and mostly they get out of a TV is either the news or what's going on in the world. So it's a good thing that you are from a small town and that maybe your parents won't see this unless somebody decides to be vindictive and send this information to them. I don't know. I hope that's not the case, but I think that you both are on the right track to do something good, to do something better. But definitely try to stay away from this area. Like I said, if your girl Emily wants to try the OnlyFans account, I don't know. I'm not endorsing, I'm just saying. But there's tons of other ways that you can probably make income if you enjoy showing your body. And let's be honest. I mean, I'm a man. I enjoy looking at the female body, and I enjoy watching females, you know, doing like maybe some porn. I mean, let's be real about it. I mean, I'm not going to say, ew, that's disgusting, but it's just sometimes fun to watch. Sometimes when you get bored and you're like, oh, you watch everything on TV and then you got this, you know, because I'm that kind of guy that I like to sit and think like, oh, I wonder what this is. And then I type in like, oh, so that's what that is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what oh my gosh, that's crazy. But in any event, listen, if you guys are in the comments, please shoot me what you think he should do. You think he should stay with her? Would you stay with your girl if she did porn? Would you, knowing that she didn't do everything that porn required? Because basically what I'm just going to say is it's like a relationship. It's like she stepped out and she cheated on you, but she did it respectfully and she did it in a humble and most protective way because because from what I see and what I hear, most girls don't even get that far. And they're either, I mean, oh my God, there's this one video I seen, and this is on a site that I'm not going to say on Buzzcast, but it's a site that you can go to and that people broadcast themselves. Either doing just sexual acts and, you know, whatever. And that's how they make money. But this guy that I seen had a white and a black chick. Now, mind you, this guy had a new up and coming channel. So, and I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. I kid you not. I think, cause I'm not on this site frequently. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. No, I'm just joking with you. But I kid you not. When we first seen the girls, they weren't pregnant. But I think I checked into the site like maybe a month ago and they were both pregnant at the same time. And then the comments were going crazy. Like, what the hell? Make this make sense. He's like, well, we know who the father is. I mean, dude was really packing. Dude was packing. Real talk. But it's what it is though. So I can't. I just can't. I mean, to me, porn has a lot of risk. There's a lot of risk. There's a lot of things that I don't really like to. No, I just couldn't. I mean, could any of you guys do that? I mean, really, come on, comments, light me up. Tell me something. Can any of you guys do that? If you had somebody that you truly loved, I mean, would you do it for the money? I mean, would you just do it with yourselves, like your couple? I mean, what would any of you guys do in the comments? Anybody? Y'all too afraid to comment? It's all good though. So, but I would like to say, again, I would go ahead and take this girl back. She seems like she is a good girl. She seems like she is on the right track to do something bigger, something better. And it seems like your head is on, not like that, but it seems like you're both on the right track to be doing bigger and better things. So I would say that give her another shot, because in life, I mean, clearly if she's not the one for you, hold on. If she's not the one for you, you clearly would have known about that. But I think when she came to you and she poured her heart out to you, I think that was the ultimately sacrifice. And because I'm pretty sure she felt embarrassed about it. I mean, I would have felt embarrassed about it. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that she's gotten tested since then, and she's in the free and clear because she didn't do half the shit that porn requires her to do. So I think that this young lady is not only genuine, but I think she's sincere on being who she is. And I think that given the opportunity, I don't think she would go down this path again. I think she would just try something different. But I don't think she would do something like this. And I think if you guys were to do something like this again, it'd be in the comfort of your own home. Because let's be honest, I mean, I can't really say I'm going to film myself doing my chick and trying to figure out what I didn't do correct or what I didn't do right. I don't know. That's just, I mean, it's fun. It's fun, but not if you're sharing it with friends or nothing like that. But it's what it is. So it's all good. It's good. Hang on. So that's my take on this show today. So it's my take. I think that life is going to throw you curveballs, and it's up to you and how you navigate through life to overcome those obstacles. I mean, to me, I don't really think that this is a bad thing. I just think it's just something that you both got caught up in, and that she didn't like it, and you can't tell me, it didn't say necessarily that you say you didn't love the girl, or actually I don't think y'all mentioned anything about love at all. Well, yeah, you said you followed your heart, but I think at the end of the day, I think that it's okay, because I don't think that she's going to get the kind of attention that you think she's going to get, because let's face it, she was new to this, and I don't think there's anything that's I don't think there's anything that's going to say this relationship is destroyed. I honestly don't think it is. I think this relationship is salvageable, because she didn't really say how many guys she had to do, but I think it was just the producer or the guy that interviewed her and maybe some other guy. But, and again, that's not bad compared to what we see on the internet when a chick does a gangbang. Now, if she would have did some shit like that, then clearly you need to run and keep running, because that is, oh man, that's some rough shit there. I don't understand how women can do that to their bodies. I mean, I get the whole threesome thing, but the whole, like, there's this one chick that I just read upon. She did like 1,000 guys. That's nothing new, because we had a chick back in the day that did the same thing, and she was in the Jerry Springer show. And she had, I guess she held the Guinness World Book of Records for sleeping with the most guy. I don't get it, because I've seen one of those too, and those are not fun. A bunch of dudes standing in line with their mask on, waiting to pipe down one girl. Clearly not that deep. Not that deep for me. And if you are that low where you need to have sex after somebody, I mean, the only thing that was lucky was the guy that got to pipe her down first, because he went first. And then after that, then these other guys, I mean, some had condoms, some had didn't. I was like, no, there's no way in hell I'm going in after somebody who's got, oh no, Who's got? Oh Lord, no. Now that is something worth saying. That girl, we ain't ever getting back together, because this is a wrap. Not only did I watch you get piped down by 1,000 guys, there is clearly no chance of us even having a family or doing anything remotely together, because you just pretty much destroyed your body, destroyed your any credible reputation. I don't understand, because there's not really an award for something like that. I mean, if you do get a reward for that, it's kept in private, so it's not like they're going to broadcast on the news and, oh, well, this girl here did 1,000 guys a day, and then she holds a new world record. That's not some shit you broadcast. That's some shit you keep on the low. I mean, real talk. Who the hell does that? But like I said, we've all been, well, I'm assuming I've been where you've been, but I haven't done it quite like that. So we've all had some sexual fantasies that we would love to do or that we've experienced. And that's what it is. It's just a fantasy. I mean, it's not something, a lifestyle I keep up and keep going. I mean, in this day and age, disease, STDs are so susceptible than what it was back in the day. I think back in the day we had to worry about was AIDS. And when AIDS jumped on the scene, it was like, oh my God. And, you know, they were teaching like safe sex in school. I'm not even sure if they teach that shit anymore. But I think that you are doing, you're being more respectful to yourself and more respectful to your body. But most of all, you're being respectful towards any and everything that you're coming across in life, because you want better for yourself. So I know that in that moment that you were thinking that while you were doing this, like, this couldn't be my life, or I don't want this to be my life. And that's a good thing. And like I said, I think the videos that you guys had up there on the site before, I think that'll get a lot more view play, but I don't think that if this production company decided to post this video on you doing whatever, I don't think it's going to be a big thing, because it's only, you didn't really say how many videos you did, but, or did you? I think you only said that, hold on. Well, you did about 10 videos with your boy, Mr. Jordan. So, or y'all did about 10 videos. But I don't think you really did that many videos with this production company, because you didn't last that long and you only made $2,500. Now, $2,500 is not a lot. Consider I make that in about a week. So it's not really a lucrative job, but then again, you weren't really there to get your feet really wet and put yourself in that position to earn more money, because as I said before, when you're doing porn, it takes a lot to do porn. It is just not a job you go into and you just bang this guy and then you getting a paycheck. No, there's so many takes and what you got to do and how you got to do it too. It's just ridiculous. And like I said, being a porn producer, which anybody can do that, it's different, you know? I don't understand, and this is for the men, I don't understand why we feel the need that we need to degrade a woman if we see she's in a tough spot or in a vulnerable spot. Now, I know that some women deserve better and some women want better, but sometimes they're left with a situation that they feel they have no hope out of or can't come out of. So that's not me. I've never paid for sex, and I don't plan on paying for sex. I mean, I think it's not really, it's just diabolical to pay for something that it's just basically a service. It's like I can't really say it's like you're going to get groceries, and I don't get it. But I'm not knocking anybody who does that. I'm really not, because I know that in parts of this country or parts of this world, there's a lot of people that have a tough life and they have to use what they got to get what they want. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't really see nothing wrong with that. But I think where we kind of get lost in it, that as we're paying for something, and we're paying for something that's basically a fantasy because the person's not really in front of us. That I have no problem with. But if you're in front of a person, like let's say if you're going to, let's just say Vegas, and you're paying for somebody to have sex with them, I don't see what kind of joy you get out of that, because I don't really get any joy of paying for anybody for sex, because it's basically just a business transaction. You know, there's no guarantee you're going to be a stud in the bed or a freak in the sheets, and that you're going to put it down like you think you're going to put it down. So you're going to go in there. Jeez, I can't even saying this shit. Man, godly. you're going to physically go in there. You're already excited. And it's probably going to maybe last about 10 seconds, maybe 20. We'll give you 20. But it's not going to last the way you think it's going to last because you're so eager and your testosterone is just like, and your adrenaline is like going through the roof. So as you're getting ready to proceed the moment, I mean, one pump in and you're done. So you not only spent about maybe $20 to $30 or whatever, but, and I knew a female like that. I knew a female that slept with guys for money. That's just not me. And she had a huge clientele, and that's like, what the hell? And then she had a whole family, a whole husband at home. And I felt more bad for her husband because her husband didn't know what she was doing. She didn't do porn, but she had a lot of high-end clientele that she would service on a regular basis. Now, I'm not giving you ideas. I'm just telling you what this can do to your relationship. Because depending on how you keep up with your body, you can keep it tight, you can keep it loose, or you can keep it however you want to keep it. But me personally, I like a woman that's just, you know, maybe had a few partners and not the whole damn football team plus the NBA team. That's not me. But I can also say that I'm kind of glad that Miss Emily got out of this when she did, because this can kind of ruin you. I mean, and I've seen, I'm not even sure how this even happens, but I've seen where you're doing porn and some girls come up pregnant and then they don't even know who the damn father is. Some do, but 9 times out of 10, they really don't. And it's kind of hard. How are you going to hit this person for child support when you already consented to doing the do? So me personally, it's a lot more than that for me. It really is. Now, I'm not knocking females that go out there and do this for a living. If that's what you want to do, then that's you. But I'm very cautious of where I'm I'm not even gonna say that. I'm very cautious of who I do and what I do. And though I'm not a man who likes to brag about his sexual exploits and saying that I'm hung like a horse, I am average, and I'm completely fine with that. I'm completely fine of not having, you know, a different female every night in my bed, because that's not what I want. That's not what I want, because to me, there's kind of emotional attachment to that. And I thought I could do that back in the day, but clearly I can't. I can't. I don't get it. And I know there's some men that think that, you know, you're handsome, you're probably this black Adonis walking, or this Adonis walking the face of the earth. You can get any woman that you want. That's all fine and dandy, but let's keep in mind, there is a such thing called ED. So, I mean, just as quick as you give it, it can be taken away from you. So I think for me, it's more about a mutual respect thing for women, you know, maybe getting to know you. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't think I've ever had a one night stand. Never. Because one night stand usually includes, well, now they don't include too much of anything, because as we see, you can go on a site and you can swipe left or swipe right, and then you hook up with that person, and then that's what it is. I don't know about that. I don't. But I've never used the site. I've been on it, but I never used it. So it is quite different than what we're seeing and what we're used to. So Mr. Jordan, Miss Emily, I would say give your relationship another chance. As I get ready to close this podcast or this show out, I would just say that it's not as bad, Mr. Jordan, it's not as bad as you think it is. It's not. As I said, she was very respectful. She told you what she did do and what she didn't want to do. And I think the pros outweigh the cons, because she's very respectful of who she is and what she was doing with her body. And only thing you can do is just be grateful for that, because I think that you may have a good woman. If she's just respectful of her body and just not throwing it out there to any man, then as we see in recent or current days, I mean, some women just throw it out to anybody. And no shade against the women, because men are like dogs looking for a bone as well. So I'm not discrediting either party here. I'm just saying. So I think that you should give her another chance. I think you should really I think you both should take yourself out the equation of Sin City, because I don't think Sin City is for anybody. And you can do production anywhere. I'm not saying go back home, but maybe go to a different state to try to do things differently. And when you do things differently, then if this girl is the right one for you, which clearly what it sounds like, because she's clearly wanting you back and not choosing anybody else. So I think that both of your hearts are in the right spot. I think that the love is clearly still there, because you didn't say if you moved on from that to another woman. I think at one point in time you felt a little bit hurt, and because she went to go do this. Now, not knowing what she did for the whole four weeks and what she told you, I think that to me says a lot about a woman. It says a lot about a woman and how she must care for you. And I'm pretty sure you damn sure care about her. So leave it the way it is. I think going further down the road, if she wants to be your production assistant or wants to learn the tricks of the trade with you, I think she wants to learn it because she's trying to do better or wants to do better. And who's to say that you both won't be in, doing production or writing your own shows or doing whatever. I think that she's a good woman. I haven't heard anything bad about what you said about her, except for the whole, when she brought her friends over and you guys decided to do, whatever, but that's neither here nor there. You're young, you're going to experiment. As a young person, I experimented. I think we all do that. So it's not a big deal. The only thing is that how you do it, and you do it responsibly. Now, if you're going out there and you're just banging random chicks and random dudes or whatever, and you're not using protection, then that would be irresponsible. But clearly, Miss Emily was not irresponsible. She was very responsible, because she has some high standards and high respect about her body and what she does with her body. And I think that is commendable. And I think that is just something that is probably not even looked at today. I think if, we're sitting here, I mean, some of us speaking on my chat, you probably sitting there saying, well, I think it's nasty and I think it's disgusting. It is, but to the certain point that she decided to call it quits before even getting started. And clearly the money wasn't there for her, but then again, she didn't really stay in it that long to find out what the money could have been. But how do you know? Maybe the money could have been less, could have been more, or just depending on what they wanted her to do that she did not want to do. So, as I said, I think that it's all good. I think you should go ahead and just give her another chance. So, my friends, thank you for listening to the show. As I said before, if you have any questions, concerns, complaints, gripes, feel free to email me, d6empire357@gmail.com. This show drops every Wednesday. So with that in mind, I'm going to leave you with this last track. It's called On Fire. It's called, what? 01 Capone, featuring Genset. So until then, let y'all groove with this. Until the next time, and there's going to be a next time. Holla.